If you are under the age of 18, the content of this video is not intended for you. Please stop watching now. Hey YouTube, it's Audrey and I'm here for the second installment of the Farm Fresh Fruit collaboration with Poetspice here on YouTube. We post every Wednesday in the month of July, and our posts can be projects that we have made that use fruit themes, vegetable themes, farm themes. So it could be any type of project, but we're doing it for the entire month of July. And I will have the links to everyone below, as well as the hashtag to play along. So if you want to jump in, pull out your fruit things, farm things, vegetable things, pull them out, play with us, post with those the hashtags, and just have a good time. And speaking of good time, that's what I was trying to do when making this project today. And I ran into a few difficulties, and it's like, woo, okay. But we got through it enough to, it'll work, and I'll figure out how to finish it later. But I'll tell you more about that as I move along. But here are some of the things that I used. I used the Strawberry Jams cutting die from Coco and Reno. It was their subscription for the month of, I believe, June, and it is available on their website, I believe. Now, what you're seeing here is only part of it, because I used several of these pieces in here, and there is another strawberry die, and I made one, and this one is the one that has the cutouts for the seeds, and then there's the little top there. But the strawberry die, it decided to fall on the floor, and it's not that big under this desk, and I looked for it for 20 minutes and still have not found it. So I ended up going to the next die that I am going to show you. But there is one big die in there, but it decided to get stuck, as you can see here, in my Cuttlebug. My Cuttlebug just stopped working. It's not the handle. Took the handle off, put the handle back on. The plates with my die is stuck in there. I'm just like very, very not happy with that right now. So I guess I'm going to have to try and take it apart, because those plates are not moving, and I really want my die out of there. And maybe now, since it's not working, maybe it's time to get the Platinum 6 that I want, because I have a great big machine that I could use, the Sizzix Plus, but it's huge and I want something small. I keep this Cuttlebug sitting right next to me on the floor, and I can always reach for it. It's a little bigger than the diamond press that I use, and plus that's the machine I have besides that big one, and an electronic e-bosser that I haven't, I've actually tried to sell. And anyway, it might be time for a new machine. Moving on, now that you've heard me whine. I'm sorry, everybody. That just was very irritating, and it's still very fresh because it happened shortly, not too long ago. So anyway, strawberry jam cutting dies from Coco and Reno. So instead, what I ended up doing was using this strawberry, which turned out better because it's a little larger than the other one, and I think it looks better on the project. So I used the stem, the overlay, and the underlay, and then I also used this word sweet and the shadow. And this is from scrapbook.com. This came with a very sweet paper pad as one of the classes that we had for the SCT spring virtual event, but I do believe they are selling this now on their website also. Then I used these two dies. So one is the Loaf Tin box set from Simply Made Crafts, and then the second one is the Picnic Basket Editions die, and it goes with this loaf pan to make a basket. And then there's a handle, there's layers, and then there also, I noticed in here, little bees. And just because I had the die set out, although this could go, you know, on a project, but it wasn't in the colors. But while I had it out, I made a couple cute little bees too that I could use on a project later. So finally, other than cardstock and some bits I have that I'll show you for a shaker, I use this paper. This paper is gorgeous. And I got this paper with a purchase. It was free. I'm a VIP on Paper Wishes, and every month they offer you 6 sheets of a new paper that they have coming out. And this one is not just pattern paper, it is a cardstock. This is the sheet that I used, and this is what I have left. As you can see, there is the strawberry border here still that I have a piece of to use, and the back side is black with strawberries. So this is the sheet that I used, but oh my god, there's some beautiful sheets in here, and I might end up buying a pack of this. So there's this one, and then there's some cut aparts and some other ones, but they're really beautiful papers. So now that I've shown you that, first of all, I made these, and I was going to make more when the die got stuck in the cuddle bug. So I got 3 done, and I was going to try and make like 5 or 6. And these are cute little 3D strawberries from that Coco and Reno set. And so the die, as I said, is stuck in the cuddle bug, so I'm going to have to get it out. But I was making the green pieces to put on here, layer on here for the stems, but it got stuck in the cuddle bug. So I didn't want to try and layer and fussy cut. I wanted it to look, you know, very nice. So I got one done. So when I get the die out of there, I'll make the pieces to go on the top here. And they're not separate pieces. I just cut out the tops of the die and then just shaped it. So these do open up, and you could put like a little bag of like this, of sequins in here. Linda's chocolate ball will fit in here. I'm sure other chocolates, wrapped candy will fit in here. So these are just little cute little strawberry little miniature boxes. So that's the first thing, or the first things that I made. And then I made this basket to go with them. And so as you can see, I used the paper in strategic places. So this was off of that sheet of paper. I cut it. Here's the sweet and the layer. And then from the jar piece that was in the Coco and Reno set, I used that and I cut it out like 7 times. I cut it out 6 times to get the depth and the thickness, and then I cut it out in acetate, and then I cut it out in the black side of the paper. And then in the back, I also cut it out in that little piece of the border. So there is like a strawberry on the inside, but it is a shaker. And if you can see, not sure how well you can see, but there are strawberry slices and then also strawberries in the shaker mix. So thought that was really cute. Then I cut out the homemade, which was part of the Coco and Reno set. And then here is where I use the scrapbook.com strawberries. And then, as I said, I think I like it a lot better because it is bigger than the original one that is somewhere on the floor in this craft room. So I put those on each end. Then this is a strawberry from the Coco and Reno set, and I cut it out of the back side of the paper and then put the front side in instead of the little green piece, since it has so much green here. Then it flips up, as you can see it doing, and like I said, on the inside it is that black and strawberry print. Now I kind of like the box with the lid on the outside like this, but it doesn't necessarily stay down as well because they go up, so they're trained to go up. So you can leave it like that, or maybe, you know, maybe a piece of Velcro or something can be added, a strip. But the way that Helen Griffin, who is the creator of Simply Made Crafts, does it, she tucks hers in. So that's how she planned it to work. Although she did have a lining, so it did seem to stay better because she had like a lip above hers in her demo. But I didn't really need a lining because this is like a thicker cardstock and it was double-sided. So this, along with these, are the projects, and what I plan on doing is I plan on putting shred in here, filling these with some little goodies, and then filling the box with them. So that's the project so far. As soon as I get that die out, I can get the rest of those made. But this installment of farm fresh fruit is complete, even through the difficulties. So make sure that you check out everybody else's channel that are listed below. Play along if you want to. And thank you for listening to me whine. You have a great and a very blessed day. Bye-bye.